ॐ नमो नारायणाय। ॐ नमो नारायणाय। ॐ नमो नारायणाय। ॐ नमो नारायणाय।
श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्यः कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्तां सदा हृदि।
रामानुजदया पात्रम् ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणम् श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यम् वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकम्।
சீரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்றச் சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஊரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேரப் போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्यं कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्य वर्यो मे सन्निधत्तां सदा हृदि। रामानुजदया पात्रम् ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणम् श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यम् वन्दे வேதாந்ததிகம் தீரொன்றதோப்பல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் வரன்று சொன்ன பழமொழியோ வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேரம் ஓவளவோ.
So we have been seeing what Baddhaha, the chained souls, they are called otherwise called Chetanaha here. So here only one small difference is Achetanaha, non-sentient beings or insentient beings or inanimate beings or still beings, lifeless beings. Are they suffering along with the living beings like Jivatma, the individual soul like us? Though they are inert, though they are still, though they are lifeless, since Lord Sriman Narayana is in all the objects as Antaryami, the inner soul, naturally they also can have, but it is said that they have no feelings. An inanimate object has no feelings. But still, there are some fortunate objects and unfortunate objects. Fortunate objects are those who become what we call the sanctified objects, in the sense they are useful to the Lord. They also do kainkariam to the Lord. They also serve the Lord in different ways. A stone becomes what we call a divine figure. The metal also, because of the 5 combinations of metals, panchaloha, they also become worshipable they also serve the Lord by the what we call sanctified objects. So again, what you say, anointed, then prana pratishtha, just we saw in Ayodhya. The stone has been made divine by the prana pratishtha. So the divinity is introduced into the object. And there is already there, Lord is there, Antaryami, in inanimate objects also. Therefore, one can also say that the non-sentient objects also suffer when they do not serve the Lord. And that is one thing. So here 21. So இவர்களுக்கு அனாதியான கர்ம பிரவாக வைஷமியத்தாலே. So every individual soul is distinct from the other because there is a difference in the what we call the merits and demerits, the good deeds and the bad deeds, the merits and sins, and they are also beginningless. So our birth is beginningless, and therefore our good deeds and bad deeds also always come along with us, and our births are many. In the very first birth itself, we all do some bad deeds also, along with the good deeds, and we cannot explain the reason why the Lord makes us so do good deeds and bad deeds also. And the paragraph 20 is more negative in the sense it talks about more suffering because of the demerits of the bad deeds. As a consequence of the bad deeds, we suffer the sins as a resultant, and therefore 21 is more 20 is more negative in presentation, and the pleasure, happiness, the joy, the eclat, all that we experience as an individual soul on the earth, again should be the outcome of the blessings from the Lord, plus according to the good deeds, we enjoy those pleasures also. The pleasures are also as the highest pleasure that we are supposed to experience in Vaikuntham also. There is a little difference because Rajas and Tamas, these two gunas are also mixed with Sattvam. Therefore, we don't say it is bliss. We don't equate the pleasure that we enjoy by the worship of the Lord, by doing good deeds in this birth on earth, can also be considered as highest pleasure. So that is the here. So 21. So each one of us has got different types of the percentage of the good deeds and the bad deeds. Again, from the beginning in the sense beginningless, by the first birth, when we do always good deeds, then our number of births will be less than those who do bad deeds also. Quickly we reach the right birth where all our merits will accrue, and Lord blesses us earlier than others. So there are some people who are always immersed, drowned in the rather ocean of life, and they are coming out of the ocean of life and joining the Lord as what you call Muktatma takes a longer time than others. That is why we have what we call um, sages, saints, Munivarhat, Munayaha. Then you have what you call seers, those are realized God. So those will become more and more divine in every birth. But whereas we are talking about only people who are doing bad deeds. So karma pravaha, there is a flood of bad actions. Karma here, normally action, uh, we refer to the bad actions only. So karma pravaha, by the flood of bad actions, vaishamyam, there is always a difference. So avvo bogangalukku pole, so that's what just now I said. So we enjoy the pleasure of the divinity in this birth also. So bogangalukku pole. So the pleasures include both materialistic and spiritualistic. That's the meaning of the word bogangalukku pole. Then, so our action should hurry up. அவசர பிரதீட்ச பகவத் கிருபா மூலமான மோட்சத்திற்கு முற்பாடு பிற்பாடுகள் உண்டாம். Since there are four human goals, dharma, artha, kama and moksha. Moksha is preceded by dharma, artha and kama. In these three previous goals of human life, dharma is more favorable towards moksha when we do it in the right way, whereas kama and artha are far away from moksha. But moksha is preceded by these three, dharma, artha and kama. And therefore, so what do we supposed to do? What are we to do? So we must seek his grace, kripa moolam. In order to attain moksha, in order to get freedom from the cycle of birth and death, we must appeal to him. We must pray to him. We must beg him. What for? For his grace, kripa moolam. So moksham, the granting of the moksham is based on Lord's grace. So it is based upon the grace, and therefore we must seek grace. So whose grace? Bhagavat kripa moolam, Lord's grace. What do we do in order to seek the grace of the Lord? Pratiksha, wait. We must wait for it. Wait for it means expect them sooner. Expect the kripa sooner. Expect the compassion sooner than later. Then avasara doesn't mean generally hurrying up, as we say in Tamil, but it is opportunity. So catch the opportunity. Remember that we must always wait. We should expect the Lord to give us earlier the grace. And therefore, how to catch opportunity? Then we go to the preceptor, and then we join the good people. We move with good people, and so on. We get advice from the preceptors. We consult the books and do good deeds. So there, whenever there is an opportunity, just to catch hold of it fast. So avasaraha, avasara opportunity, pratiksha waiting, Bhagavat God's kripa moolam, the basis is grace of moksha. So pirpadugal unda. So when dharma helps us more to go near the last goal, moksha, to seek the grace of the Lord. And artha and kama also should help us to go near the moksha. So artha, the money that we earn, should help us to reach the goal, last goal. Spend the money, utilize the materials available in this world in order that we our what you call quickness in getting the grace is the result, the right result. So artha kama, so artha also. So our desire should become more and more the righteous desire. The artha earning money also should lead to the request of grace from the Lord. Now we have 22. As usual, it is the same concept. Bandharahita. Those who have realized the soul. That means on those who have given up their relationship with the others. Muktar endrum, Nityar endrum, irandu vagai. So there are people who are called Nityas, permanent living beings in the Vaikuntham, and Muktar endrum, released souls. Again, of course, we can also include individual souls like, call them Nitya Suris, joining with the Garuda, Adishesha and Vishaksena. So we must also feel one with them by doing great service as they do. Even if it is impossible, we will have to attempt the service. That's the meaning. So then we can be called Nitya. And therefore, what is Mukta here? What is the released soul? Muktaravar 23. எம்மா பாவியர்க்கும் விதி வாய்க்கின்றது வாய்க்கும் கண்டீர் என்னும்படி நடுவே வந்து உய்யக் கொள்கின்ற நாதன் திருவருளாலே கருவிலே திருவுடையராய். The Lord is so graceful, so sympathetic, so compassionate that suddenly he makes us come near him. So even if many people are committing a lot of sins, even when they do bad actions, there are people who do grave sins, total blunders. They are doing always bad actions. And those bad people who do bad actions also will be blessed by the Lord. So Vidhi Vaikindra is, he becomes lucky, he falls into the group of good people. So from Vidhi Vaik Indra, they join the group of good people. Because of what we call the fate. The fate is destiny. Destiny is called nemesis. Nemesis. So suddenly, even a very bad person becomes good. So that is a sudden luck. So what is this? How does the sudden luck make him so good? It is because God's grace. So Indra Vaikam Kandir. Thiruvaimozhi, he says, Kandir. So we are all can become witnesses. Suddenly, some people become great, successful, lucky, and so on, fortunate. Very bad people have become lucky. One, of course, indirect example will be Vibhishana was born in the race of demons. And he was always with the elder brother, Ravana, till Rama had to come and conquer his elder brother. Till then, Vibhishana was always with him. living with him. But he did not do bad actions. At the same time, suddenly he got the boon, namely, when Lord Rama arrived on the seashore, the other seashore of Sri Lanka, then Vibhishana had the opportunity to surrender to him and join his group so that he is away from the bad people. Vibhishana is not basically a bad person, basically good. So take the case of Kumbhakarna in Ramavatara. Again, so Kumbhakarna was always bad in character as a demon, born demon. He has got naturally the bad character, but he, at the fag end of his life, he advised his elder brother Ravana to escape punishment and get the blessings of Rama. But at the same time, he fought for Ravana. He fought against Rama for Ravana because he could not change his mind. Therefore, Kumbhakarna remained bad till the end of his life. And therefore, these are all some, what we call, examples where there are some good qualities among the bad people also. So whereas Lord redeems them, என்னும்படி நடுவே வந்து suddenly he interferes, Lord interferes, நடுவே வந்து உய்யக் கொள்கின்ற. He gives them moksha. He gives them emancipation. Nathan, the leader, திருவருளாலே, by his good grace, கருவிலே திருவுடையராய். Prahlada was born to Hiranyakashipu, a demon, a very wild demon, but still he became even as what we call good in the womb. Before he was born out of the mother's belly, he became a good person. Karuvile Tiruvudayara. That is why we refer to such people as Jayamana Katakshaha, Karuvile Tiruvudayara. Even while the child is formed in the womb, Prahlada is the best example that he, even before the birth, he was good. So he had the grace of the Lord. Grace in the sense, even you can say, goddess of fortune blessed him earlier than the birth. Even when he is just in the fetus, as a fetus, as developing the child, developing as a child, he became very lucky. Therefore, Karuvile Tiruvudayara. We can also say Dhruva, the child, the 5-year young child, being the son of the first wife, Suniti of Uttanapada, was blessed even before birth. That's why immediately after the birth, even when he felt naturally like an ordinary human being, that he could not get the position of sitting on the lap of his own father because of the child, the son of the second wife, Suruchi. He became very mature in thought. He got advice from Narada, the sage. The mother gave him the instruction. He went to the forest seeking the Lord's grace. And when Narada advised him to meditate on the Lord, Bhagavata explains it very beautifully. Within 5 months, one by one, step by step, he increased his sincerity towards or devotion towards the Lord. And they give the food intake of Dhruva in Bhagavad. By the 6th month, he became rather fasting toward the Lord. And when Lord Shiva Narayana appeared before him, when he asked for the boon, whatever the boon that he wants to get from the Lord, Dhruva said only his presence, his proximity, his nearness. That's all. That means Karvile Tiruvudai, meaning that Dhruva was so mature that he did not ask for the boon, namely sitting on the lap of his father, Uttanapada. So we have the note number 1, Thiruvaimazhi 517, Amman Azhippiran. When we say Amman Azhippiran, we are talking about Mahalakshmi associated with Lord Sriman Narayana. And Azhippiran, Azi, the Sudarshana Chakram is on his right hand. So Piran is God, elderly person, graceful person. Amman Azhippiran. அவன் என் எவ்விடத்தான். So the question is, where is he? Where does he belong to? Does he belong only to Vaikuntham or Leela Vibhuti or not? So எவ்விடத்தான். Where is he? So தான் யானார். Who is he? So we don't understand. Wherever he is, whether he is in Vaikuntha or Vyuha Rupa or Pararupa, then Vibhava Rupa, Antaryami and Archa, what does he do? Emma Paviyarkum Vidivaikendra Vaikum Kandir. So people can observe, other people can observe that some people get quickly the grace of the Lord, even when they are very bad. கைமாறு உன் பொழித்தா என்று துன்பொழித்தா என்று கைத்தலை பூசலிட்டே மெய்மாவாய் ஒழிந்தேன் எம்பிரானும் என் மேலோனே. Nammalvar calls him En Meloni. En Melone meaning, as we understand, that we are individual souls, less in quality, less in standard, inferior in status, and so on. And En Meloni, he is our boss, he is our manager, he is our Yajamanaha, Prabhu. So that's why I say Sarveshwaram, Sarveshwaranana, En Meloni. எம்பிரான் அவன் எத்தகைய பெருமையுடையவன். எம்பிரான் meaning my elderly person. He is my God. Then how am I? Because he is my leader. எல்லாவற்றாலும் மிக தாழ்ந்த நான் எத்தகைய. We are not equal to him. We are not superior to him. And therefore we are less in standard. மெய்மாலாய் ஒழிந்தேன். We are not equal to the Lord. கஜேந்திரனது துன்பத்தை ஒழித்தவனே. So கைமா துன்பொழித்தா என்று கைத்தலை பூசலிட்டேன். Now what I do is now, because you saved the elephant, கைமா துன்பொழித்தாய். Kaima refers to the elephant, the lord of elephants, Gajendra. It is said that in the Bhagavatam, the elephant cried, Narayana Akhila Guru Bhagavan Namaste. Vyasa says in his Bhagavatam, these words are uttered by the elephant. Narayana Akhila Guru Bhagavan Namaste. And initially we say that he cried only, ah, that's all. is as shouted as A. So Akara Vacho Vishnu. First letter of the alphabet refers to the Lord, Sriman Narayana. And therefore, we say in Tamil, he cried Adi Moolame. All the gods refuse to accept that they are the protectors of the elephant. The cry was so loud that all the ears, all the gods' ears got it heard, but they didn't accept that they are the highest God. And therefore, so கஜேந்திரனது துன்பத்தை ஒழித்தவனே துன்ப ஒழித்தாய் துன்பொழித்தாய் என்று கைமா துன்பொழித்தாய் என்று because elephant was saved in time. Kai talai பூஷலிட்டே. So I started worshipping with my hands. என் தலைமேல் கை கூப்பி மேலுக்கு சொல்லி வைத்தேன். கை தலை பூசலிட்டே. I am using my hands to put it on my head. Yes, but it is also I'm just acting. I'm just acting. I'm not doing it really. Amara says, பூசலிட்டே. I don't have full faith on the Lord. Because he saved the elephant, I thought I am also saved. I will also be saved soon. But there is a inner bad spirit that I don't want to keep my hands over my head. That means I don't want to give up my ahankar, sense of egoism. I don't want to give up my mamakar, the sense of self-possession. These two prevent me from doing some real action, namely putting on my head my hands. Anjali. So Kai Talai. There's a fight in between. I have got two types of thinking. One is, why should I worship the Lord? Now, why should I keep my hands over my head? Why should I give up my egoism and sense of possession? So Kai Talai Pushalite. There's a fight between, a quarrel between the two kinds of thoughts in a single mind. And afterwards, what happens is, மேலுக்கு சொல்லி வைத்தேன். மேலுக்கு சொல்லி வைத்தேன். I'm not real. I'm not really doing it. I just acting. I'm acting as though I'm putting my hands on the head. அவன் தன் கருணையால் அவன் தன் because of his grace என்னை me உண்மையான பக்தியுடையனாக்கி. Here you can say that எம் மா பாவியர்க்கும். Then விதிவாய்க்கு that விதிவாய்க்கு becomes என்னை உண்மையான பக்தியுடையனாக்கி அவனும் என்னிடம் மிக்க ஆர்வமுடையனாய் உள்ளான். அம்மான் ஆழிப்பினான். Again, எவ்விடத்தான் யான் ஆர். So he becomes my favorite deity. And he helps us now. He blesses us now. So என்னிடம் மிக்க ஆர்வமுடையனாய் உள்ளான். ஆதலின், therefore, so he is ready to save us. He is interested in me. He wants to bless me. ஆதலின், therefore, எத்தேக மகாபாவிகளுக்கும் மாபாவியர்க்கும் எம்பெருமான் திருவருள் பலிக்கும் காலம் வரும்போது பலித்தே விடும். Now again our question is, when will he bless us? அவன் அருளால் அவன் தாழ் வணங்கி, as we say, with his blessings we always salute him, prostrate before him, fall at his divine feet, and so on. The time will come. திருவருள் பலிக்கும் காலம் வரும்போது. When will that time will come? By his grace, according to his will. According to his will. He must be willing to bless us. He must fix the time. And we do not know when it will come, when the blessing will reach us. Then Palitevul. This is what Swami Deshika said in what we call Nyasa Dashakam. Etad dehavasane mam tatpadam prapayasvayam. So my lifespan is as long as you wish, as long as my good deeds and bad deeds continue to make my life short or long. So after that, let me come to your divine feet. So please make me reach your divine feet by your blessing. There are some people who die in the young age. Some people like in Tamil, Bharatiyar, Subramanya Bharatiyar was young, that is to reach death. And also Ganita Medhavi, Ramanujam, Srinivasa Ramanujam. And then we have Vivekananda, who had been a leader. He died young. Adi Shankaracharya also died young. These great people, of course, when they were doing all good activities, blessed the people so that the Lord blesses them in turn. But still, they were taken back by the Lord. So what does he do? வந்து பாத விலச்சனை வைத்து ஞான கைத்த. So பாத விலச்சனை வைத்து. Pada Vilachanai. That's what we say. The Shatari. Shatari is only the divine feet of Nammalvar. That Pada Vilachanai is Shatari here, Vaitu. So on our head, the priest of the temple places the Shatari. The divine feet are, when we go to a preceptor in our Sampradaya, we take what we call an image of our preceptor's feet. You have to call them divine feet, though he is a human being, just like us, born with us, and so on, born in our lifetime. So we take what we call silk cloth, pattu vastram, and then add kumkumam or your chandanam, I don't know. So generally kumkumam, and apply that kumkumam on the divine feet of the preceptor, and request him to place the feet on the cloth, and then the cloth is one on our head while reading, just before reading Ramayana and so on. We worship the divine feet by keeping the cloth on our head. So Pada Vilachanai Vaitu. Ilachanai is Lakshanam. Adayalam. It's a sign. Vaitu Jnana Kaitara. Kaitara here, we extend a helping hand. That's all. Not extending a hand, but extending a helping hand. So Jnana Kaitara. So our wisdom is increased because the God blesses us to give us the knowledge by reading books or approaching preceptors and so on. Yane yan tanade. Yane yan tanade. That's what we saw in the note number 1 also, Thiruvaimozhi. என்கிற அகங்கார மமக்காரங்களாகிற படுகுழி நின்றும் ஏறி. So yane endanade. So we always feel that the sense of egoism and also the sense of possession. Therefore, we have other Alvar's statements of Yane and we have the egoism and the sense of possession. Ahankara mamakarangalakire padukuriyin indrum eri. When we feel that when we feel egoistic and self-possessive, we are on the bottom line, rather called bottom of the hell, rather bottom of the, say for example, waterless well, பாழுங்கிணறு. So படுகுழியின் என்றும், we are in a deep place from which we cannot climb and escape out of it. That paduguri is again what we call a collection of our bad deeds. So we get drowned into our what we call a pit called, a deep pit called paduguri. Deep pit called a dent, we say. We get deeper there and we are not able to come out. Then Lord helps us to climb out. How does he help? ஒண்டொடியால் திருமகளும் திருமகள் சேர் மார்பனுமே நிலா நிற்ப கண்ட சதிர்கண். So the divine couple joining together both encourages ஒண்டொடியால் திருமகளும். She is slim in figure. For Tirumahalum, goddess of wealth, goddess of fortune, Mahalakshmi. Tirumahal share Marbanum. She is in the chest of the Lord, divine chest of the Lord. So Tirumahal share Marbanum. Then Nila Nirpa. Nila Nirpa meaning both of them become our guide. Nila Nirpa. Then Kanda Sadarkanda. Then as we are able to have a darshan of the Lord as a divine couple, then the Sadarkand, that means we see our blessings, we understand our blessings. ஐங்கருவி கண்ட இன்பம் தெரிவறிய அளவில்லா சிற்றின்பம் ஒழிந்து. Then we are no more slaves of the Lord. Slaves of the five sense organs. So we saw the Pancharatra Raksha Indriya Kinkaraha. We are no more Indriya Kinkaraha. We are Vishnoho Kinkaraha. Therefore, Aingarivi Kanda Inbam Terivariya. So we understand that the pleasure that we got from the five sense organs is inferior, is lower in standard quality than the bliss, the highest bliss. So Terivariya, Ariya Alavilla Shittinbamuri. Alavilla, unlimited smaller pleasure is dismissed. We get out of this smaller pleasure. And then Kalehan Matrindi Nahanai Mishe Nambiran Sharane Sharan Namakenda Tirunarunan Talkala Pera Chindithu Uimino Alva says. So புகழொன்றில்லா அடியேன் உன்னடி கீழ் அமர்ந்து புகுந்தேனே என்று அடைக்கலம் புகுந்த என்னை அஞ்சல் என்ன வேண்டும் என்றும் தொன்மா வல்வினை தொடர்களை முதலறிந்து மங்க ஒட்டு உன் மாமாயை மாயம் செய்யேல் என்னை என்றும் வளைத்து ஆக்கே விடும் பொழுது எண்ணி பாவமெல்லாம் சும்மெனாதே கைவிட்டோடி தூறுகள் பாய அமரரோடு உயர்வில் சென்று மன்னும் கடுங்கதிரோன் மண்டலத்தின் நன்னடுவுள் அன்னதோர். It goes on, the sentence goes on to the next page also. So before going to note number 1, these are all words used by Alvas, and therefore Vedanta Deshika uses those terms. So he says, no more we are interested in the materialistic pleasures of the world. Alavella Shittinbam Orindu, we are not seeking what we call impermanent pleasures. We are always seeking permanent pleasures. Then Kalehan Matrindri, Lord removes our bad thoughts. There is no bad quality. He assures that there is no bad quality in us. Then Nagane Mishay Nambiram, because he is reclining as in the Vyuha Rupa. on the snake bed. Naganai Mishai Nambinar. Then we understand we have to surrender to him. Nambinan Sharane Sharan. So there is no other shelter other than Sriman Narayana in the Vyuha Rupa on the snake bed. So Namakkendra, so when we realize that he belongs to us, our property is the Lord, then Tirunaranan, meaning Mahalakshmi associated with Mahavishnu, Tal, the divine feet, Kalambara Sindhit, we are waiting for the divine feet to bless us. So when should we reach the divine feet? Kalambara Sindhit, Puhalundrilla. I don't have any other shelter. Veru Puhalundrilla. That is the meaning. So Adiyan, Dasanudasa. I am the slave, I am the servant, I am the kinkara. Unnadi kil amarந்து புகுந்தேனே. I fall at your divine feet. Make a total surrender. And then try to enter into your heart. புகுந்தேனே, I already entered into your heart. என்று தம் அடைக்கலம் புகுந்த என்னை. So when he understands, when Lord realizes that we surrender to him, then என்னை அஞ்சல் என்ன வேண்டும். The Charama Shloka of Krishna Avatara, last two words, Ma Suchaha. Don't worry. Don't bother. Bhayam Mastu. Anjal. Anjal enna vendum. Bhayam Mastu, that's the meaning here. Anjal enna vendum. Ma Suchaha. Don't worry in the sense, don't have a fear. Don't have fear. Endrum. So we expect him to say to us, please don't get afraid. Then Tonma Valvini Todarhali Mudal Arin. So there are three types of sins as we say, namely Agami, the future sins, the Sanchitam, the collected sins, Prarabdham, the earlier sins of the births. All those are dismissed. So Tonma Valvini Todarhali. Tonma, very ancient, namely Prarabdham, Sanchitam. Then Valvini Todarhali, bad action continuity. So the continuity of the bad actions, Mudal Arindu, he removes them. Then Manga Ottu Unmamai. Lord's, what do you call, illusory appearance, rather magical vision. Lord assures us that he will no more be magical cheat. Mayam Shayyel Ennai Endrum Malithu. Don't play on me. That's what he says. The devotee says to God, don't play on me. So be attached to me and give up your magical actions. So Mayam Shayyel Ennai Endrum Malithu. So make him come near. So Akke Vidumboludu Enni. When this physical body gets separated from the life, namely Jivatma, Akke means the Shariram, the body, the human body, Vidumboludu Enni. So when the Jivatma leaves the body here, physical frame, Pavamellam Sum Ennade Kaivitodi Turugal Poya. All the sins run away. Kaivitodi, Turugal Poya. They are hidden now. They are removed actually. They are removed. Turgal Paya. Amara road where will send. So we elevate ourselves by the blessings of the Lord. We elevate ourselves. Amara road where will send. Go to the heaven for the as a result of the good deeds. Then Mannum Kadunkadiron Mandalatin Annaduvul. Then we go again the better world, namely the what we call Surya Loka, the world of sun god. So Kadun Kadiro. So he is a effulgent, we don't say very hot light of the Lord, sun god. But here is Kadun Kadiron is very bright uh, sun god. Mandalatin. Just because Lord Shivan Narayana resides in the middle of the sun god, we also travel to that world. Then Mandalatin Nan Naduvul, to go to the middle, the center of the sun god, where he is available. Then Annador Illiyanudu. So we will take up these two words after reading the note number 1. So Thiruvaimozhi 299 says, Yane enne ariyahiladi. This is what we already saw, that understanding the difference between the individual soul and the supreme soul should involve that we are all inferior. We are all lower in status. We do not understand ourselves. Yane enne ariyahiladi. The word aham, we use it for both the Lord, the Supreme Soul, and the individual soul. Still, there's a lot of difference between the same word aham between the two souls. And therefore, I'm not able to understand myself. What is the nature of the original nature of the individual soul? I'm not able to realize the difference between the Supreme and the individual souls. And when I am ignorant of understanding myself, Yane en Tanadev endru irundhen. I thought I am the greatest. I thought my possessions are the greatest. Yane, so I am the Supreme Soul. I am the controller of myself. So Tanade endru irundhen. I felt that everything is my possession, property. Then afterwards I realized that Yane ni ennum udamayum ni. So I understood that the individual soul is exactly equal to the Supreme Soul. Yane ni, I am you. So Yane ni, ennum udamayum ni. So you are my property. In the sense, I am your property. Then Vane yettum evvanavarere. Vanavarere. Of all the gods, you are the lion. Ere. Ere meaning lion. Ere means lion. So that means leader. So you are the leader of all the gods. Vanavarere. Vane etum yam vanavare. So you are my Lord. You are the Lord of all the heavenly beings. And you lift me, elevate me to the level. Vane etum. Vane etum. Vane here refers to Vaikuntham, not Swargam, heaven. It's not simply Swargam. So you have to lift me up. You have to elevate me up. Because in the previous page, in the paragraph, we saw that we elevate we become elevated along with the gods. Amarar, we said, Amararahi. So also here, Vane Etum, Vaikuntham should be reached by us. And therefore, you must help. Vane Etum Yam Vanavarere. You are responsible for lifting up, elevating up to the level, to Vaikuntha, so that we become all realized souls. So பரமபதம் முழுவதும் துதிக்கின்ற அந்த வானத்தில் உள்ளார். Paramapadam consists of, the Vaikuntham consists of two types of people, Nityaha and Muktaha, the permanent residents and the released souls. So the entire group of both the souls pray to the Lord. துதிக்கின்ற அந்த வானத்தில் உள்ளார்க்கு சிரேஷ்டனானவன். So they also join with the gods in heaven, 33 crores. So வானத்தில் உள்ளார்க்கு, living in the heaven. So all of them adore Sriman Narayana. Therefore, he is the best Lord. சிரேஷ்டனானவனே, the best. நானே by myself, எனது கர்மத்தாலே, because of my own actions, உனக்கு உடலான என்னை தெரிந்து கொள்ள மாட்டாதபடி. Jivatma should be remembered or considered, realized, should be understood as the body of the Lord. உனக்கு உடலான என்னை, I am your body, தெரிந்து கொள்ள மாட்டாதபடி, I am not able to understand this, I am not able to realize this. So I have become a fool, அறிவிலியாகி. I don't have that intelligence to understand that you are, I am your property. I am dull. I am ignorant. அறிவிலியாகி, அஜ்ஞானியாகி. நானே. I am the leader. சதந்திரனே. I am independent. எனது என்பது என்னுடையதே. My property is mine. All properties belong to mine. என்கிற பிராந்தி ஞானமுடையனாகி. So I have a false knowledge. Bhranti means confusing knowledge. ஞானமுடையவனாகி நெடுநாள் இருந்தேன். I have been living with this ignorance and also felt that I am the greatest person, I am the leader. I have got the what we call possessive sense, namely the property is mine. So all these thoughts were there for me for a long time. நெடுநாள் இருந்தேன். I have been taking a lot of births. I have been misunderstanding whatever came to my mind. And then I felt very egoistic. I felt very possessive. But now, ஆனால் உண்மையில், surely, truthfully, நீ எனக்கு அந்தராத்மாவே. You are my inner soul. You எனக்கு for me அந்தராத்மா, inner soul. எனது எனப்பட்டதற்கு ஆத்மாவும் நீ ஒருவன். So you are my life. The individual soul is yours. The whole world is yours. All the creation is yours. And you have to bless me. You have to redeem me. You have to make me realize that I am not egoistic, nor I must be possessive. And you are the only one who can bless me. Of course, with the nod of goddess of wealth. So these are all the experience of Namarwa. After the teenage, he realized his soul and comes back to the thoughts, his divine thoughts, that Madhurakavi Alvar, his disciple, recalled to his memory all the 1,000 plus Pashurams, the Divya Prabandhas, poured by Nammalvar. And then now we realize that Nathamuni, the preceptor, the earlier preceptor before Yamunacharya, recited the Kanninun Shiruttambu, the 10 Pashrams of Madhurakavi Alvar, in order to redeem all the 4,000 Divya Prabandhas of the 12 apostles of Vaishnavism. And therefore, all the Prabandhas, Divya Prabandhas have been redeemed from what we call decaying, from for being forgot, or being what you call out of print. Out of print. So all these are got by, of course, Matrka remembered all the ashrams. Nathamuni recovered all these parts by reciting it 12,000 times. 12,000 times. So this is the. So slowly and slowly, Vedanta Deshika instructs us to realize our original nature, and we must not feel at any time the what we call the egoism and the sense of possession. So that is the advice that we get out of this Tattva Matrka.
ராமாஜதயாவாற்றும் ஞான வைராக்கிய பூஷணம் ஸ்ரீமத் வெங்கடநாதார்யம் வந்தே வேதாந்ததே. கவிதார்க்கிக சிம்மாய கல்யாண குணசாலினே ஸ்ரீமதே வெங்கடேசாய வேதாந்த குரவே நமக. வாதித்விபதிரோ பங்க பஞ்சானன பராக்கிரமா ஈமான் வெங்கடநாதார்யம் சிரம் விஜயதா. திருவேங்கடமுடைய பழமொழிகள் ஓரொன்றுதானே வாழ்வார்க்கு வானே
ராமானுஜதயா பாத்திரம் ஞான வைராக்யபூஷணம் ஸ்ரீமத்வேங்கடநாதார்யம் வந்தே வேதாந்ததேசிகம்.
कवितार्किकसिंहाय कल्याणगुणशालिने श्रीमते वेङ्कटेशाय वेदान्तगुरवे नमः.
சீரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்றச் சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஊரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேரப் போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
ஓம் நமோ நாராயணாய. ஓம் நமோ நாராயணாய. ஓம் நமோ நாராயணாய. ஓம் நமோ நாராயணாய.